Hello, my dear friends, it's Yuri, and all of us more and more better understanding that currently we are living in the situation when different restrictions which we have from our government uh, rising our motivation to find ways to be less independent from the official politics and from the official problems which we have in the politics. Mostly it's coming from the relationships between the NATO countries and Russia right now. And it's need to say that it's not only negative processes, in some cases it's positive process because Russia were motivated to develop the legislation in the direction of the cryptocurrencies trading and investment in the cryptocurrencies. And if not the sanctions from the United States and European Union, maybe this process will be not so quickly and seriously, developed. In this case, it's necessary to take a look for the different platforms, for the different exchanges which are given the good chances, and for different platforms from different technical decisions in the crypto industry, because as we know, the last 2 3 months, we had a very serious drawdown on the cryptocurrency market, and it's a good time to to make in the recalculations and analysis or researches of the relationships between the different countries, different currencies. And I have decided that currently it's highly interesting to take a look exactly for the waves. It's the platform which is, which were developed maybe 2 years later than the Ethereum, but they have decided to use those problems which Ethereum have, and to develop the new infrastructure, which will be much more less expensive than than the Ethereum. And currently, when the situation all over the world is relative with the energy and the energy problems, which depends from the rising of the electricity prices, of the gas prices, and from the oil prices. And in this connection, less and less countries have reasons to mine the Ethereum, for example. Bitcoin, at least Bitcoin. That mining of the Bitcoin becoming very expensive in such countries as Germany, for example. And this connection, it is necessary and it's a reasonable time to take a look for those projects in the crypto industry which are much more complicated and which were developed a little bit later than Bitcoin and then the Ethereum, but who are that have much more potential. Because you see that waves, I will not stop on this in this video, but totally say that waves have much more appropriate and much more affordable concept and technical decisions for the development of the different coins, issuance of these coins for the crowdfunding and so on. They have not used this potential fully, but they have a very great experience, which is much more stronger than experience of Ethereum in decision making and the project development in such areas which are related with the, with the different companies, but not the private persons. And this connection, certainly, it's a very big difference between the Ethereum and Waves in the case of the capitalization of monetization. And Waves currently have monetization approximately $850 million against $340 billion for the Ethereum. In this case, the Ethereum is more than approximately 400 bigger than the waves, but from the other side, the potential of the technology of waves is much more stronger than of the Ethereum. This is highly important exactly in this situation. I'll take a look for the relationship between the waves and the Ethereum. So we can see the pair Ethereum to waves, not waves to Ethereum, but Ethereum to waves. And this connection, when the price of this in this pair is rising, it means that Ethereum is rising against waves, and vice versa. When the prices is today, for example, is going down, it means that the waves is becoming more attractive than Ethereum. Currently, we have historical relationships, which is working indicator of Ethereum, in direction of Ethereum. Ethereum were more attractive during the last half of year, for example. But from another side, we must be ready. Just a second. Yes, you see that historically Ethereum is much more expensive than waves. But from another side, it's given us a very good chance for the buying of waves in this pair. So I think that the waves, it's also interesting because they have the all infrastructure that is necessary to develop these projects, including the exchange, which we are talking about and which you are looking for now. And it's very modern and very, the attractive and very comfortable system. For example, they have such the Bollinger Bands, which I am prefer to use for the trending system, trend following systems. Trading, I prefer not classical understanding of the signals in this sphere, but I'm making a video about it, and you can find it on my channel, and I will make new videos about it also. So I'm looking not for 2 standard deviation channel, but 1 standard deviation channel only, and use the signals vice versa. So we can see. I just try to show you that it's my first day of experience in this platform, but it's very simple and understandable for all of you, for those of you who were involved in the cryptocurrency trading, and for those of you who were involved in only in the stocks trading, for example. So this trading platform is not so highly different from the other exchanges platform, but it's given more opportunities because you see that the number of instruments is absolutely different, and you can find those one which is better working for you. I need to say that it's not so huge turnover. It's not so huge liquidity on this exchange. In some pairs it's not so high at all, but from another side it's well enough for the good trading. And it seems that in the situation when the prices is going up, it's not so hugely different, the big difference between the different assets which is going with different speed only, but you can that manage it by the money management. But in the situation when the market is going down and when Ethereum become much more difficult to save it and to make the deals based on the Ethereum, because you always need to pay the transaction cost, which is relative with the gas, so-called gas prices, and the gas prices is not so highly predictable, and sometimes you can lose your money and your smart contract will be not finished just because you have mistakenly calculated the gas price. And in this connection, the gas price is something which you can understand the number of the gas you will need to pay, but it's not always the same figures. And in this connection, it's also giving some, that unpredictability of the Ethereum behavior and the gas behavior. So when you're using the Ethereum for the smart contract, you have some kind of unpredictable price for this transaction. So I think that it's well enough reasons for the first introduction with this exchange. I see that it's quite comfortable for technical trading. For example, I making the trading systems in the Google collaborations in the Python, and testing them in the Google spreadsheets also, based off results. But I see that I have all instruments that are necessary to take a look for the performance of these trading systems here in the Waves exchange. So I think that it's a highly interesting project, and plus that they also have a highly important and highly interesting project for myself, which is related with the golf. It's with golf token, and in this case, I will find them in the next video. If you will be interested, they have not so strong, that not traded so actively, but they maybe will be interesting in the future. And anyway, my idea is to develop something which is relative between the golf and the trading, because in some cases the positive feedback between those kinds of activity is related with the subject that they are sometimes different, because in the golf we're mostly working on the area we are playing. It's an excellent moving game, and the cognitive component is not so hugely important over there. It's influencing for our performance, for our management of the game. But you know that we are, for example, here we are working. In golf we are relaxing from the trading, and on the golf we are working physically, but on the training we are relaxing after the golf. And this connection, we have not job, we have the relaxing in the golf and relaxing in the training, because it's highly important when you are for your analysis development, and for keeping of your healthy and comfortable emotionally activity, because on the golf we are receiving good positive feedback and good emotions, and here in the trading we are spending our energy, we are spending our emotions, because it's highly negative activity, which is necessary which are highly difficult for our nervous system. So I hope that relationships between those two kinds of activity, golf and trading and cryptos, will be highly useful and highly important, and highly necessary for the feeling, much more better feeling in our life, because we will receive some kind of sources which are necessary to pay for our golf and so on. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Hope to see you on my channel. Will be thanks a lot for your subscriptions, for your likes, and for your comments. Exactly related with the golf, with the crypto, and with the Python code writing. Thank you very much. Bye bye.